Hi everyone and welcome back to Coffee and Praise. Today I'm going to finish chapter 4. We ended on attitude. It is the same day as the last time I did the last video, but I'm trying to get a few together and put up, or at least ready to put up, because my upload times will take a while, and so does the editing sometimes. I'm trying a different setup again. I have one of the clip tripods, but the ring light on that one is really tiny, and they're not that long. So I was trying to do that when I do some of the paintings or journaling, to show that on a video. So far I still haven't, I did one of a painting, but it's still, I think it's too close. It's not, it needs to be a little higher. So I need to work on either stacking some books and clipping it to a book or something on there. So I'm back to my other tripod and the ring light that's on the bed, and my dog's right behind him. So hopefully that won't be a problem, because he's there giving himself a bath because he just came in from outside. So and it rained yesterday, so it's not real wet, but just enough that they get really muddy. Okay, so attitude. So here I highlighted that we are emotionally affected by food and movement. So I know, like, when we're not feeling well, when we eat something wrong that makes our body hurt or whatever the deal is, our attitudes do change. If we don't feel well, we're not going to be in the best of moods. Something that she shares is that, our emotions can be from one thing, from happy to sad and all this stuff, in like quickly, especially if there's anything else going on in your body, like middle-aged, wonderful stuff, and just in general. But we tend to, because of that, we tend to beat ourselves up. We tend to say, well, see, you're never going to do this, and you're never going to make it, and you're never going to overcome this or whatever. And then we stay stuck in that same cycle. So the last thing I highlighted on the part of the attitude is we have to be willing to stop beating ourselves up and take baby steps in changing our attitude. Well, that, get a hair on my water bottle. So how do you deal with those moments when you are being hard on yourself? And it's one thing for us to be honest with ourselves, which is what we need to do when we are doing something that we know is hurting ourselves or hurting our bodies. We should be honest with ourselves and say, we need to stop doing this. It's hurting us, whatever that is. But beating ourselves up, that's not going to change anything. It's actually going to make things worse. We're going to feel worse emotionally. And if we're emotional eaters, stress eaters, whatever it is, we're going to end up doing the same bad things and creating even more or harder to get rid of bad habits. So what baby steps do you take in changing your attitude when you're not feeling well, or just when your emotions are out of control? Like, what do you do? How do you take, a step back, and what do you say to yourself? What types of things do you say to yourself to bring yourself back up to a point where you can work on these things? Now, as far as movement goes, we just need to start moving. I think a lot of times, and I know this is for me, I kept thinking, well, no, I have to have a program. I have to have this set, half an hour or 45 minutes of this and this and this and this and this. And yeah, that's great if that's something that you already do or whatever. But see, my issues with that were space, right? So I can't do a 45-minute workout or whatever in the space that I have inside. We tried doing, I forget what it was called. It was a one that my husband had bought. We bought this years ago. It was a Beachbody P90X, I believe. So what I would do is I would do the warm up, and I do a few of the things in between. In the times that I used to do it, I used to just do a few of everything until I could work up to, what they were doing the whole entire time. Well, the way I am, I don't like doing that. I want to hurry up. I want to do it fast. I want to, be able to do exactly what they're doing right away. And so when I couldn't, I'd give up. I'd beat myself up for not being able enough to do it, not being strong enough, not being focused enough, whatever it was. And so instead of doing what she says here, taking baby steps and just getting moving, doing, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes here, doing something, whatever that you like, whether that's walking, if you like dancing or aerobics, you want to go, weight training, which when I get into it, some of my favorite things that I used to do were water aerobics. I did like taking the weightlifting class that I had. And walking, I did have a walk jog class. The only thing I didn't like was having to be in the gym because it was in the gym. But I think if I did walking out in nature, I would love that. It's getting there, moving. And that's the other thing. You have to find something that you love to do, or you're not going to continue doing it. So find that thing. Are there things that you do, what types of exercises or things you've done in the past that you think would be great to do now? Any ideas? Just sometimes I don't know what I can do that would be considered exercise. I mean, I know walking and stuff like that, but is there something, what kind of fun things do you guys do? So of course this moving helps increase our metabolism. It helps us relax. It helps us feel better overall. And of course it'll help us lose weight. And one thing, I didn't highlight this, but I should have. I know, I'm going to pull it out if I can find it. I did buy the Fly Lady's, one of her books. I don't remember what it was called. But it's been like probably 12 years or so, maybe longer, that I bought one of her books about, cleaning and how to, do the Fly Lady way of cleaning and the baby steps and all of that stuff. One thing she shared here is, why do you think I started by shining my sink? That was the one thing that I remember reading in her book is, do that one thing, then build on it. And here she says, she started, because she started by shining her sink, that was all I had to do. I did not burden or punish myself by trying to do too much too fast. So, that is something that we could do. Pick something. I mean, that's even true here for the space. I have to pick something. So what do I pick? Okay, so we live in a tiny space. So what do I need to do? I need to declutter. So what is the one thing I could do? Even if it's just take one drawer and clean that out and get rid of some clothes that I don't wear. And just baby steps. Just do something. And it does give us a sense of accomplishment, a sense of peace that we did something. And it's just about taking care of ourselves. And then every day we build on that, like, oh, sorry, that was loud. When we take, those baby steps of saying, okay, well, for instance, one thing I've started doing recently, which I haven't kept up with it every single day because, like I said, appointments and all that kind of stuff. And because I haven't been sleeping well, so I haven't been getting up as early as I normally do. So I pulled out this notebook that I have for quite a while, and I started morning pages. Now there's supposed to be 3 pages of, I forgot the word for it, but it's just writing, taking everything out before you start your day, getting it all on paper so that it doesn't plague you throughout the day and you can start fresh. I've had some days where I did 1 page, 2 pages, a paragraph. Today I did like 2.5 pages. And it's just messy writing. And all it is a baby step, because when I journal, the idea for journaling is just so that I can get everything out. It's part of the healing process. But I tend to edit myself because, oh no, what if someone reads it? I know I've shared this before. So this idea, and I'm hoping I can get the books that go along with this whole idea. There's some books that I talked about before, The Artist's Way. Chrissy from the future here. I received the book today and decided to pop this photo in and tell Trish Adams thank you so much. So, just to kind of get a better idea of what her process was, like where her thinking came from to start this. But that was one of my baby steps, is to get everything out, so then when I start my day, all that stuff that's been bothering me is on paper. I can leave it alone. I can leave it there for now and work on it later. Unlike today was one thing, and it is reminded me of some of these baby steps. Like, we're supposed to do a little bit more every day, right? That's the idea. Build on. So if you do like a 10-minute walk, give yourself a few days, maybe a week, do 10 minutes every day. And then the next week, do 15, just build upon that. And so here, like I said, I started off, I did a page, I did a paragraph. So finally got to 2.5. Now it's supposed to be 3 pages, and I'm getting there, but I'm trying to listen to my body as well. And my hand starts hurting, so I have to like lay off a little. But one thing that I shared in my writing today was, if I could read it because it's really messy. It was something to do with lists. Let's see, when can I go? Kind of, I remember, oh my goodness, what was I thinking about? And now it's all over the place. I can't find exactly where I wrote this, but I was talking about, oh, here it is. To make a list of all the things, because I'm a worrier. Like I said, I worry about things. I stress about things. I overthink things to the worst possible scenario. So I thought, okay, why not do some type of bullet journal? Write down all the things that I'm worried about, all the things, whether it be physical health, mental health, things outside of me, people I'm worried about, whatever that is. And every day or once a week, whatever, depending on how I'm feeling about it, take one of those things, just one of them, and work through it, whatever that means for me. If it's journaling through it, letting myself feel the feelings about it and be able to let it go, surrender it to God. If it's having to change something, talk to someone, whatever it is, and make lists. Because I think for me, because I have this, I want to fix things personality, I want to get things done fast. And so then I jumble all these things together and I try to get them all done and nothing gets done, not fully. So I think if I can slow myself down, make a list, and check things off as I do it, check it off. I let this go. This is what I did for this thing. And this way, when I start having that worry come up again of whatever it was, I can go back to that journal and say, look, I worked on this. This is what I did. This is what worked for me when I was worrying about it that time. Do this again, whatever that is. If it's breathing exercises, if it's going for a walk, if it's hitting a punching bag, whatever it is. And that's one thing that I want to implement is one of my baby steps. And that will also go along with tracking food and the amount of water I'm having, the amount of coffee I'm having, and, you know, all of that type of stuff. One question she asks, are you taking care of yourself? You know, drinking enough water? Are you wearing decent shoes? Are you pacing yourself? Have you talked to your doctor recently about whatever's going on? And just listening to your body and taking care of those things. One thing that she says that I will do almost all the time, and I think I've done this my whole life, and I'm getting a little bit better about it, but it says, do not suffer in silence. So like she's talking about, like if you get shin splints, change the shoes you're wearing, walk on softer surfaces, do something to change it. Don't just continue hurting yourself. You have to take care of yourself when you move. This is a section on the movement, right? So you have to wear the things that make you feel better. So you're not going to walk if your shoes hurt you. Wear comfortable shoes, comfortable clothes, protect yourself. And you know, watch where you're walking. Make sure, you know, be aware of your surroundings. And just know where you're at. Know that this is what I can do. If I'm walking on, like around here, it's a lot of just little dirt pathways with like gravel, and there's holes from different animals around. So I need to be aware of that, right? So I need the right kind of shoes. I need to like, just not just be aware of it. Like I'm hyper focused on, oh my goodness, what could I go wrong? But for me, I can be aware of my surroundings, but enjoy them as well. So I like to pick rocks. So I can make that part of the watch for the holes, watch for this, watch for that. But at the same time, I'm looking at rocks, or I'm looking at the trees, and just kind of, you know, being aware and making sure, you know, you're doing the right things for you. Let's see. According to what she shares here is it takes about 9 months to establish a routine so that the habits evolve and become part of you. So if we're going to do something for ourselves, whatever that is, whatever the things that you have to do, whether that's changing a diet, whether that's moving more, drinking more water, we need to make it a habit, a priority, and continue doing this, because we want to make this a routine, a lifelong routine of taking care of ourselves. She does say, you know, celebrate small successes and don't beat yourself up because you didn't do more. Now, in the rest of the chapter, this is Leanne. The Fly Lady was the first one that was doing that. This one's Leanne. She talks about making progress, right? So just doing something, make progress in feeding yourselves well, moving a little more today, keeping your minds and attitudes focused. So pick up on yourself, like listen to, figure out why you're thinking the way you're thinking. So if you're not feeling well, or you ate the wrong food, why is that affecting your attitude? Is this affecting that? Are you you haven't been out of your house in 2 days just for even a breath of fresh air? Kind of figure out what works for you. What is it that'll make your heart happy, and make you feel better in the process. One thing I highlighted here was make sure that you love your body just as it is, and that you know you're beautiful. Flying is all about loving yourself and taking care of yourself. So the habit of exercise is one way you can do that, and Fly Lady's doing it. So she's talking, you know, like she uses a treadmill. So there's certain things that you can do with your baby steps. Like I said before, drink more water, add better food, get some sort of movement going on. And I'm preaching to the choir here. And when you feed yourself and your family good stuff, you feel better. You look better too. Clear skin, eyes, extra energy, and a little spring in your step. And just adding these baby steps into your life, you'll start being able to see a difference. Just in doing some of the things that I've been doing, you know, just kind of watching my water intake and getting more, drinking less coffee than I was before, even just changing, well, sorry, I have to straighten out my light, and there goes my desk, my light almost fell over. Just lessening the amount of coffee that I was taking, using something different than the creamer where I was getting all the sugar in, and, you know, just kind of these little steps that can help us reach our goals. And I guess really that's the basis of all this in here, is just to take baby steps with the food that you're eating. Take baby steps to learn how to deal with your attitude. And all of that stems from the food that we put in our body, the amount of rest that we get, the amount of movement that we get. So if there's things that you're doing, if there's certain foods that you notice that are bad for you, what would you replace them with? So it's not about, I have to eliminate everything and I'm not getting anything back. See it more as, okay, well, I shouldn't have potato chips, so instead I'm going to replace that with some celery and some carrots and a handful of nuts or something like that. Replace it with something good for you that you like. When I need some flavor in my food, or if I'm just feeling like I just need something, I would always put like a lot of, I don't know, either I put too much salt, or maybe if I was having potatoes, maybe I'd put some ranch dressing on it or something like that. So now I'm trying to do just, I love pickles, so I've been buying dill relish, and I'll just add dill relish to the potatoes, and it gives it a good flavor for me now. And not everyone likes pickles, and I can see Shannon there rolling her eyes at me like, no more pickles. But, you know, those are just things that I'm trying to learn to add in. Another thing that works for me when I'm having stomach issues is drinking kombucha. So me and my husband will share kombucha a lot. And just adding more fruits, vegetables, and trying to do as much whole foods as possible. I guess that's it for this part. Share your ideas with me though. What types of exercise do you like? Maybe share your top 3 favorite healthy foods that you eat. Something that you've learned how to deal with the emotional roller coasters that come with all of the things going on in life, whether it be health related, even if it's just because you want to lose weight and these things happen and you fall off track. What are the things that you do to help you to stay focused on taking care of yourself? Next video, we will talk about the Body Clutter Mission. And in that mission is just about listing one baby step that will help you be more aware of what food you're putting in your mouth. And, you know, movement, what's doable for you. And list one baby step that will help you with your perfectionist attitude. I will share a photo of this in probably, I'll put it in this video this time because I did put it in the community post, but I'll put it in the video at the end. And then I will answer these because I believe I think I answered these back in 2023, or I started to. so I can see where I'm at. Yeah, I did answer them, and I believe that they're very similar to what I probably say now, but I think I would maybe just add another one since I'm kind of doing some of these. I'll add another one in there, and I will share that in the next video. And I also, there was something else I wanted to share. Oh yes, my husband has a channel. It's Skate and Praise, where he does skating videos. And if you guys would pray about this, we are going to do a giveaway hopefully the next Sunday, a skateboard, and we'll be giving away a Bible as well. Just pray that everything goes according to God's plan. And if you'd like to join his channel, I do have it. I believe I have it listed in one of the videos. I'll try to remember to put it in the description as well. And his mission, like I said before, is to share the gospel through skating. And just, you know, keep that in prayer, that we can reach people with the gospel, and just so people will know how much God loves them, and that there is a way to have eternal life, and all they have to do is accept the free gift that Yeshua, Jesus, has given us through his sacrifice on the cross. And you know, though, that's just the thing. That's the one thing that keeps me going and gives me hope. And I just want to share that because with all the things that are going on right now in our lives here personally, and just, you know, all over, I just ask that you'd keep us in prayer. And if you have any prayer requests, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you don't want to share exactly what you want prayer for, God knows, but just pop your name down there and I will lift you up in prayer. And I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. God bless you. Bye.